the Deliveroo was on its way. Bingo. Deliveroo. Food. We get it.
Do you want to give us your post-match assessment first, Rohan, please?
I thought we let ourselves down in some critical moments defensively, and offensively we weren't willing to just take our time after we created a little bit of an inroad just to play the ball and build some pressure. Didn't think we built in enough.
Do you put that down to anything in particular?
No, I'm not too sure there why. That's something about getting to know the players and speaking to them individually as we go forward and seeing how they think, what they're thinking about with their decision making. It's too soon for me to know exactly why people made those mistakes.
Do you feel like you might have left yourself too much to do by half-time?
Oh, not at all. No, not at all. The scoreboard certainly wasn't in our favour, but it was definitely not out of reach.
What did you sort of learn about your side in competition then for the first time that you might not have known before today?
Yeah, it's a different perspective. Just seeing how people communicate with each other and how they hold their body language, I think, is a really important thing for coaches to observe. And just seeing how individuals handle those moments today was helpful as far as moving forward.
How was it for you on the sideline?
I'm a reasonably calm character on the outside, but on the inside, I was a little frustrated at times. But it wasn't particularly our attack wasn't through lack of effort. It was lack of execution for sure.
What about positives? What positives might you point to today?
I thought we defended well in the second half overall. It was a hard-fought second half particularly, and the return of a bunch of players. We had 5 or 6 players that haven't played from anywhere between a month and 10 or 12 weeks. So it was positive, and credit to the performance staff that all of those guys got through and played a lot of big minutes, and they got through unscathed, I think.
I know obviously you'll come into this with your eyes open, but just on the evidence of today, do you feel it might be a slightly bigger task that you're taking on than you might have thought initially?
No, not at all.
Roddy, you mentioned the first half, the defence. Was it alarming, like how easy it was to be breached at times in the first half?
Yeah, I feel there was a little lack of trust on a few occasions there where we turned in and didn't need to, and that obviously created opportunity for the opposition. And there's one try where there was a few deflections, and some of those they happen sometimes. But yeah, we certainly we've been working on some defensive things that are a little different to previous, so that'll continue to be worked on. And there was no thought of it, that we were going to play a perfect game today by any means.
How confident are you from that level that that's something to build on this week, going into next week, and getting better?
Well, I think that's just today's performance. That doesn't count for next week. It's a matter of learning some stuff from it, reviewing it hard tomorrow, and building some focus areas as we move forward to Wakefield.
The players have spoke a lot about a few different changes that you've brought in, offensively, defensively. Is there simply going to have to be an acceptance that it will take time to get it to where it needs to be, where you want it to be? It's not just going to happen.
Well, it'll never be a finished product. I've never, my team last year, we won the grand final, and we were talking about how we were going to play better on the bus on the way home after the grand final. That's how I am and who I am. It doesn't matter about the result. It's as far as it's never a finished product. The result always matters. But the performance and improvement is something that we'll be chasing forever.
Any individuals for that?
I don't know. I'm not one to really point out individuals too much. I thought the majority of players had some positive passages and periods, and it was more pleasing for me to just see what guys came up with, in the live environment rather than just watching on video.
I'm going to say you said you're quite observant of the body language and the communication, and obviously what they're like in the dressing room. Do you feel like you've learned quite a bit about certain individuals today, and positively or negatively a little bit about what were like?
Yeah, I think most coaches will tell you that body language and how they interact with their teammates and how they communicate with their arms, feet, voice, everything is important. And it was good to get an insight there.
The order. The Deliveroo was on its way. Bingo. Deliveroo. Food, we get it.